Everyone, hey everyone, in this video we are going to see what kind of values a variable can hold. So in this I want you to take to an example of an e-commerce store. I have a particular product that I have opened for you. So the Max Air Nike Men's Air Max 90 SE sneakers. So this is a product available on Amazon. So as you can see, there is several information about this product that you can see displayed. So it is giving the name of the product. So it is giving the name of the product. It is giving the MRP as well as the price of the product. This is MRP and this is the price of the product, and it is telling us whether this product is available for free delivery or not. And this is also telling us whether this can be paid as cash on delivery using cash or card. So it is telling us different sizes that the product is available. So we can see, right, there are different sizes that the product is available. And if I scroll down some more, I can see product description here along with other product details. So there is another other product details. So let's see how this information is stored in JavaScript. So what I do now is I'm gonna create a variable. I'm gonna create another file inside variables folder, and I'm going to name it as shoe.js. So I'm first of all I'm starting with the name of the product, that is shoe name. So I'm starting with the variable called as name, and I'm assigning a value to it. So the variable I'm creating a variable called as name whose value is Nike Air Max 90 SE sneakers. So then there are two things. There is MRP and there is price. So we are considering only the price of the product. So if you observe, the price is displayed as 11,299 and there is something called as price as 00. So there is a comma here, right? We cannot save it as comma here in JavaScript. So where price is equal to 11,299, this is an invalid. If you can see, it is showing an error. There is something called as red underline here. So that is an error. So we are not giving any comma here in JavaScript. So it is just 11299. So when you are dealing with numbers in JavaScript, you should not use comma. We just say 11299, and 0.00 is decimal place, right? So it is also optional. We can remove it. So it's just 11299, which is a number data type. So this is number data type, and this is a string data type. So here if you observe, we can store a string to a variable and we can store a number to a variable as value. So the next information I would like to save here is whether the product is available for free delivery or not. So I'm creating a variable called as free delivery here. So since it is two words, we cannot use spacing here in JavaScript. We have to remove those spaces and we have to type like this. The variable name is something like this. So we have to use something called as camel casing. So I should not use any spaces, and the first letter being small letter, and the second word starts with capital letter. So this is something called as camel casing in JavaScript. And the general programming concept while declaring variables is you should use camel casing if you have two or more words in a variable name. So the second word should be capitalized, and the value here is of boolean type. Boolean means nothing but true or false. Since the product is available for free delivery, I am giving as true. So here we are seeing that a variable can hold a value of number data type, a variable can hold a value of boolean, as well as a variable can hold a value of string data type. So also I can see I'm looking at value of different sizes are available for this particular shoe. So I'm going to hold those information as an array of a collection of values. So I will be able to store all those sizes as collection of values. So I'm saying where sizes is equal to, I'm just saying some random sizes instead of original ones, because this is just our replication of the actual Amazon product. So I'm just giving these random numbers. So also let's assume that this is available in different colors: blue, So here you can see, right, this data type is called as an array. An array starts with an opening and closing square brackets, and the values, it is nothing but a collection of values, and those collection of values are separated by a comma here inside an array. So this is called an array, and this is also called an array. So we have array of numbers being stored, and we have array of strings being stored. So as you can see here, information of different data types can be stored inside a variable. So I also have some product information about so we have something called as description, that is nothing but the product information. So I'm going to save it as description. So that is a description of the product, and it is also a string data type. So now usually in a computer program, this information, it's not stored individually in real time. So here we are storing it as individual, right, line by line. So in real time in Amazon website, it is not stored individually, but it is grouped and stored in something called as an object. So regarding that, we will come back and enhance the same file later on when we are dealing with data type called as objects. So an object will have key value pairs. Just remember that an object will have key value pairs in object data types. We will see that in the future classes, don't worry. And for now, you can see that variable can hold values of different data types. So in JavaScript, variables can hold values of type function as well. So I can assign a function as value to a variable in JavaScript. So I'm declaring a function variable name called getDetails, and this data type is called as function, and this is the syntax of the function value starts with a function, and there is one opening and closing round brackets, and then we have opening and closing flower brackets, and inside opening and closing flower brackets we are writing some logic. So I'm just using return this is a function. In functions, return keyword is mandatory. So what we can see is, the thing you have to observe is, we can also assign a function as a value to a variable in JavaScript. And finally, in JavaScript, a variable can also hold another variable called as details of type object, and which is going to be a key value pair. So we can also store a variable's value as an object. So object looks like something like this. So it is nothing but a opening and closing flower bracket, and here I'm taking the as in. So if you see here in Amazon, there is something called as under product details, there is something called as in. So this is nothing but an Amazon serial number, so don't worry about this, but we are considering this value as key value pairs. So this is an alphanumeric thing, so I'm keeping inside a string. So this is key here, and this is value here, and this data type is called as object, and this data type is called as function. Okay, so here inside object I am saying as in. So this is some Amazon number, this is an alphanumeric thing, I am going to put them inside quotations. So that's also valid. So at the end of the day, a variable in JavaScript can hold values of string type, it can hold values of number type, it can hold values of boolean type, boolean true or false, it can hold value of an arrays, it can hold a value of a function, and finally it can hold a value of object which looks like a key value pairs. So that's all for now. I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you.